everybody. Might just, whoops, sorry. Okay, I can't get any further back than that, I don't think. I think I need to. I think that's a bit better, isn't it? I'll just have to remember to push things up a little bit so you can see. Okay, so yesterday I filmed a video and I said I was going to do filmmaking a journal, or bits of it. And these are the little cottages that I was showing you. And so I'm going to start with those. Okay, so as I said, these are actually, I've got wadding behind them, but I don't think I'll be using wadding for tags. It just makes the whole journal far too thick. Like there's 6 tags or 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 tags here. Whether they put them all in one journal or whether they go in 2 journals, I'm not sure yet. So what I'm going to do is start off. So that's, no, I liked it where it was, and start stitching things on. Like I'll remove that, I'll stitch this to that background piece, I'll remove the wadding on that, and I'll stitch that to the top piece, and then I can glue them to a tag base, and embellish them as well. Like it doesn't all have to be stitched. I can use glue, I can add buttons and things like that as I go along. But the first thing I need to do is, I mean, I could just glue those together, but I like the look of stitching. So I'm going to stitch the bases together and the roofs together first, and I will go and do that on the sewing machine. I'll probably just do that on a medium stitch length, either zigzag or straight stitch. And I'm going to use a grey thread for that, I think, because I'm trying to use everything that I've already got rather than going out and buying things. Trying to stay away from the shops as much as possible at the moment because, as you know, I have to see my mother a lot, and she's in her late 70s now, so I need to be a little bit aware of where I'm going if I'm going to see her all the time. So I'm trying to use as much of what I've got. I mean, occasionally I pop into the op shop, but only if there's not many people in there. I'm just trying to be a little bit cautious. So I'll go ahead and I'll stitch all these bases together and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've done some basic stitching around those, just loosely stitched with the grey thread. And what I'm going to do now is just glue them to a file folder. This has been lightly tea stained. I just like the thickness of this, and it's something that I have on hand. So let's have a look. They are quite large though, but you can use anything you want. Actually, I'm going to do it on that side because I want the other side to be visible. So I will just start over here and glue. Make sure I'm leaving enough room for the extra tag. And that does look like a big tag there. But I'm thinking for my journal, I'm going to use A4 size and fold it in half. And I think that makes A5 size. So it's a good size journal, so they should fit quite nicely. So if I glue this one on here, what glue will I use for this? I just need something easy. Okay, here we go. Give it a shake, and that's Craft and Hobby PVA glue. Let's hope there's some in there. And this is by Helmer. And because I'll probably do a bit of stitching around it, this is fine to use. And because they're double thickness, the glue isn't going to come through that fabric either, which is always nice. Like that. And then position this one here, like that. Would be easier just to rip that off. So it's a smaller size to work with. There we go, like that. And now I can position this on here. Just to hold it into place mainly, I guess. There we go. And now before I cut the actual shape out and everything, I'm going to do some stitching around that. That'll be the back of my tag or journal card, perhaps more journal card. So I will just go ahead and stitch this one and then I'll be back. Okay, I have stitched all that on, which looks fine, but it looks a little bit wonky from that side, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. So all I'm going to do now is get my scissors under there and just start cutting it out. Maybe that, I just don't want to get the fabric, that's all, but we'll just, for that. Okay. You might hear my son in the background. Okay, I might just tidy this end up a bit. There. Okay. Does that look alright? That looks a bit... Okay, that looks a bit better, doesn't it? And that makes a fairly nice little... I can put a bit of glue under there. I didn't want to sew across there on that side. I just wanted to leave it like that. And I will probably go around and ink the edges on these as well, because I like it to kind of look a little bit finished. And like I said before, I'll come back and add buttons and bits of lace or whatever I might stumble across. But this is the first step that I'm going to do, and I'm going to do exactly the same thing for all the other little houses as well, or little cottages, or and then I'll be back. Alright, so I've stitched all of those together. Some have loose threads on the back and things, but I'm alright with that. That gives it that shabby kind of look. I do need to, I've got a little heart there, but it tends to get lost on the front of that tag. So I need to find something to put behind that one. Okay. Yesterday I showed this book. I'm pretty sure I did. I love the colour of the blue on this cover here. Maybe I can use Ooh. Maybe a bit up here. I just need for it to stand out a little bit more. So maybe I could, I want to use the cover for other things too. So maybe if I just carefully cut a bit like that, and then, because I'd like to kind of keep that as well. Okay, let's see if that works. And that way I can use that bit of, and hopefully that will look nice. Just I'll glue that and then like that. Do I want to stitch that? I might just stitch that. Oh, I hope I've got enough thread left in here. Okay, I think that will be all right. Okay, and then I'll just cut that. Hopefully that'll just help it to stand out a little bit more and not get lost on the lace. Because I do like this fabric, it's really pretty. It's just a bit of cotton ribbon. Don't want it too thick, take up too much room if it's too thick. These are lovely little scissors. I'm sure I've mentioned that before. They're really nice for cutting. And they're the ones from Couture Creations. There we go, let's see how that looks. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? And I don't need to stitch that on. I might just get a little bit of fabric glue and glue that on there. I don't need to ink the edge. I don't like to ink the edges of everything. Okay, that'll do. There, and that's Helma fabric glue, that one. Okay, that's fine. Let that one dry. Now I just want to ink the edges on here a little bit. Oh, I don't like that. Do I? No, I don't think I... Oh, I'll leave it now. What's this? Walnut stain. And this is an old one. I just found some new ones at the op shop, but this is an old one, so... I usually use the finger ones, but they're getting really old now, and I might as well use these ones. There's not a lot of tea stain on this, so I'll just give that like that, just a little bit, not too much. Don't want it looking dirty. So, and that's what I will do. I'll just go around on all of them and just ink the edges, and then I'll be back. So they're all done now, and I'm not going to do anything else to those just yet, because I've found over the years when I make a journal, I tend to change things as I go along, and so once I start going along, I'll find I'm using, like I might use a certain lace, or I might use a certain flower or something like that. So as I decide what I'm going to use in the journal, then I can add those same little bits to these. So this is just the basic tag, and I can add to those. Like that still needs something on the front, but I'm sure I'll find something as I go along. Okay, and I just wanted to, this rickrack and this lovely blue lace here came from Rena. Thank you, Rena. And where is it? This little flower, and well, it's actually the same. That's the heart. The flower came out of another heart. I've got the little outside piece here, and I'm quite sure that came from, it was either Jean Rag or Sierra Miller. Is it Miller? It was one of those two ladies. So thank you for that, ladies. I'll just put those to one side now, because what I did the other day, it was really cold here. Well, cold for me. I live in a subtropical zone, so as much as I like the cooler weather, we get used to the hot weather, and it was really cold for me. And so I put the oven on, and I tea stained some papers up and a couple of file folders. I just used one on the tags, so I've got a few bits of that one left there. And I did some bags. I found a whole, like a thick pile of these bags at the thrift store, I think, ages and ages and ages ago, probably last year sometime, because I haven't really been that much this year. So I've got bags. I've got some, it is photocopy paper, but it's a thicker photocopy paper. I really like that one. What else do I have in here? I have some graph paper, and some are heavier stained than others. And what else? Did I have another one? I thought I had another one. Obviously not, but that's okay. I've got other papers I can do too. And I don't know how big this journal is going to be, or whether it's going to be 2 journals. Probably just, I don't know yet. I don't know. But I do know the size I want is just folding this in half. Like that. That is the size. So what's that? A5 size. And I don't know if the sizes are consistent all around the world, but that ends up being 5 3/4 inches by 8 1/4 inches once folded. And that will be fine for those really large journal tags. Okay, that'll be a nice size. So I'm going to go ahead and fold some papers up. Some will be smaller, of course, and some will be a little bit different. And I'll put a couple of signatures together, and then I will be back. All right, so I've done 3 lots there. And what I've done, well, 3 signatures, I should say. I've folded them in half. I've done 1 A4. That got a bit singed in the oven, but I'll put something there. Or, you know, it's all right. We can still use that. Or I can use a totally different one. We'll see. So I've done 2 plain. I've done 1 of the grid. And then I've done another 2 plain so far. And I've done that on each signature. On the second signature, I just turned the grid paper upside down, just so it looks a little bit different. And I've done 2 lots of those. So that's just in case I want to make 2 journals. If not, it can always be used for another journal down the track. I've also got this book here, and I love the colour of that cover. But I also love the colour of the inside pages. And the actual staples are a little bit rusty. So we might get those out and get rid of those. They've been in there a long time, haven't they? Okay, so we got rid of those. And aren't they lovely colour? Oh, they're lovely. Just trying to see what size that is. It might be a totally different size than that. Just trying to work out how I can use them. Let's just try with one. That is the ice cream cake man. He has come around here for years and years and years. Okay, so we could do that, and it's slightly smaller page, which is always nice, isn't it? Like that. Now it is longer. Do I want to start with it? That's actually the size I'd like the cover, just a little bit bigger than what the pages are, but I can take those down a little bit, and I think I might do that. Let's see how's the best way to do that, because they don't all have to be the same size. I might just take it to that. Too many. Okay, keep that. I can use that on an edge strip if I want. Now let's just have a look at the... Oh, I do like this paper. Feels really nice too. It's not too flimsy. Oh, they're my threads. Okay, so I can put one there, in there like that. And I might skip that signature, and then instead of putting it in the first one there, and then there's that, and there's that, and then there's that, and that's the middle one, I will put it in that one there. So it's similar to the first signature, but it's not exactly the same. And I'll do the same in this one. You don't even have to have it exactly the same. I could make that even smaller. center there like that. And just fold that, and then with this one, in the first one, instead of putting it in there, I'll put it in here. Like that. Doesn't have to be in the center, you could move it up high. And then I'll skip the middle one and I'll put it in here, and maybe I'll put it down low. Or better still, I'll get the third signature out of this one and replace this larger one. Put the smaller one in there, like that. Like that. Is that right? I'll make sure I've got those in the right order still now. Under there, okay. And put this one in here, so they're different again. Okay. Now I'm going to go and look for some more paper. Isn't that nice? Oh, I do like that paper. I do. I've got some scraps there. Okay. I may use more of this book going through because of the colour of it as well. So I'll go look for some more paper and then I'll come. Okay, so I found this one here, which is a lecture pad. But it's got nicely aged coloured pages in it as well. And it's just got the holes down one side, but I don't have to do any tea staining or anything like that, so I might grab, oopsie daisy, 3 for one and 3 for the other. Gentle. Okay, so put that one aside. Oh, you'll have to forgive my old jumper I'm wearing. It's one I wear at home in the craft room. And this is it's a paper I found a long time ago, but it's really nice paper. I have tea stained this. It tea stains up very well, as you can see, and it's an Asian paper. That's why I don't know what kind of paper it is, because I couldn't read what it was, but it's quite fine. You can write on it. It's just a different texture. So I think, how big will that be? We might use a small one, yeah. We could do that. Okay. I think we'll use some of this in it. How much? I don't think we'll need that much, to be honest. Maybe just one, we'll see. Let's see how this one, how well it rips. Okay. So and I will put that inside the middle signature, like that, and there. Oh, hello. How are we? You come to say hello, have you? Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Okay, so Molly. Oh, now I'm confused. Where's that? Okay, that's the middle one, so that goes there. Okay. Come on. Oof. She's got her winter coat on at the moment. Okay, so this one's going to be too wide because this is a foolscap sheet of paper. So with this one, I'm thinking let's do that. Maybe there, about there. Okay. So I'm going to fold it there. Like that. I've got this overhang here. And I think I will just fold that in like that. Yep, that'll be fine. And there's 3, so 1 for each signature. Okay. 1 in here, perhaps. And this has lines on this one. 1. Maybe 1 in the center here. And that one. Maybe turn it the other way around. And then the last one, we'll put the fold to the front this time. And put it, where should we put it? We don't want it in the middle. We'll put it there. So that one has the fold part at the front. That's right. Like that. Okay, so that's that one. I hope you follow. Just move that out of the way now for a moment. Okay, so I'll do it to about there. Folding. Yeah, that'll be fine. I can fold this anywhere, it doesn't have to be exact. Fold that there, so we've got that fold. We want 1 for each signature. Like that. So I'll have 1 that way. Have 1 that way. And 1 that way. And maybe 1 in there. Like that. And there. And this one in there. Like that. And then this, put that in the middle, like that. Okay, let's see how many pages so far we have in each signature. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what's that? Okay, so 28 pages per thing. So what's this? That's all right for a journal, isn't it? So far. And I'm not sure if I've got a blue piece. Just let me have a look here. One day, you know, I'm going to go through all my papers and get them all in one spot because oh, see, look, that's that Asian paper. So if anybody knows what that is, because I found a couple of them. This one I don't think I've used any out of this one. They were $1 for a pack. See, this is, there's the other one there. Oh no, this is the one I haven't used any out of. And that's the other one. Every so often I grab a handful and I tea stain it, see? But I don't know what it is, so I'll show you. Somebody, I think it's Japanese, and that's what it is. And I have tried, oh, it might not be. There, I'll put that there. Maybe somebody has an idea of what kind of paper it is. I like it. I like it. Right, okay, what have we got here? I have some of this, it's like bond paper there, and there's like a grey. Oh, grey's nice, look at that. Maybe we'll have a sheet of that in each journal. It's quite thick, so I don't want too much of that. Oops, it's 3. I might leave one aside for decorating stuff with though. What else have I got down here? All sorts. Ooh. I have big file drawers on each side of my desk here, and it's got paper stuff in it, and I always forget to look in here for some strange reason, because I've also got the my little IKEA thing, and I put all my paper stuff in there. Oh, I do have some of that. Oh, goodness me. No, there's not much paper stuff in there. Okay, all right, well, let's put a piece of each of this in there. It's the same size, isn't it? It's a bit bigger by the look of it. Is it bigger? I suppose I could put it like that. Yeah. Well, I don't like it like that. Okay. I'll have a small piece. Okay, so where will we put that? Maybe we can put that in the middle for that one. And put that there for that one. Okay. these may move around as I make the journals. There's a good chance they will definitely move around. Okay, so now I want to find, because I like to cover each signature with like a cardstock or something, I'm going to go and see what I've got that I can use.